Welcome, everyone, to Dungeons & Dragons, the Improvised campaign. I am Timothy, and we are about to put on a little show for you guys. I'm going to be playing the part of the Dungeon Master, and the rest of my friends are going to come out here, and they're going to have a improvised D&D adventure for you. This is going to be a blend of tabletop RPG and live improv theater. It's going to be kind of a wild, bumpy ride. This is our first time here. We want to say thanks to Geek Sundry for hosting us, and we want to include you guys as much as we can. So throughout the entire show, I'm going to be looking for suggestions and proper nouns. We need lots of character names, lots of locations to make our story work, and we really want to see what kind of wacky stuff you guys can come up with. All right, if there's nothing else, I think it's time to get started. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dungeons & Dragons, the Improvised campaign. I am your Dungeon Master, Timothy, and tonight we shall be taking you on a magical quest through a fantasy realm of sword and sorcery, myth and magic. Tonight, every action of our heroic protagonist will be determined by this 20-sided die. A 20 means a critical success, whereas a 1 means a dismal failure. But before we get started, I'm going to need 2 suggestions from our chat audience tonight. I will need an emotion, and I will need a location that you might find in the fantasy realm. So think of a fantastic, over-the-top emotion, rage, fear, dread, and I need a fantastic location as well. Now, let's meet our heroes.
Hark. My name is Draken Falstaff. I was found in the town of Brenton. That's right, I'm an orphan. I grew up in Brenton and became a ranger. I'm a human as well. Since then, I've left the kingdom of Brenton and sought out my origin story. Where do I come from? Why was I left in Brenton? These answers to these questions I will find. Hello, Timothy.
Hey, what's up, Draken?
I would like to do a check. I would like to do some kind of check to demonstrate what we're going to be doing tonight.
All right.
We'll do something physical. I would like to attack this orc with my sword.
All right, let's see how you do. Roll your attack roll. Ah, it's an 18, Draken. Not bad, not bad. All right, let's meet our next hero.
What ho! My name is Captain Balthazar the Duelist, and I am the captain of the Beggar's Prize. That's right, the pirate captain. You've heard of me. Unfortunately, my ship was taken from me, and now I am on search for it. I will find it. Hopefully you will see me do that. Timothy.
Yes.
I would like to do a check as well, but instead, this time, I would like to charm this audience and try to convince them all to become my life partner. As a collective.
That sounds like a persuasion check. Let me roll it for you. Oh, Balthazar, that's a 4.
When I look deeply into your eyes, I think to myself, you are the most beautiful single human being or creature I've ever seen. Marry me, maybe. Or don't. I can't hear you. You're not speaking. Forget it.
All right, we are going to open up our adventure. The suggestion that I got that I liked the most from the audience, I saw misery, which is a great way to say pain or annoyance. And I also got chapel. So tonight's adventure is entitled Assault on the Chapel of Misery. All right, so we open on a ghost ship. We see the ship is sailing across a storm-tossed sea. Every piece of the ship is made from bones or twisted, warped wood. The sails are in tatters. It creaks, it moans as it sloshes its way across the ocean. And we see its crew are all undead. Creatures of the damned, going about their chores with infernal and hateful misery, let's say.
Night in and night out, we slave away on this rickety old ship.
We see that the sailor who is speaking doesn't even have a face, it's just an open skeleton.
Every day, we're cursed to stay upon this bow, our lives tethered to this ship forever until the curse is lifted. The curse of the black rolling tide. If only we could come upon a fit and lively ship with which to trade our misbegotten souls with. Then shall we ever breathe again the sweet breath of life. And it is a wonder that we've been on the ship so long, but yet we keep repeating this story over and over again. And that's the curse, because we've forgotten all other stories. An endless cycle. Over and over again. What's that? The captain. The captain is coming. Quicken your paces.
We see that the two doors to the captain's cabin snap open, revealing a dark figure who strides across the deck with fell intent.
Captain! Do you smell it, my boys? I'm sorry, you scare me. No, I speak not of your quavering zombie bowels. I speak of life.
We see when the captain pokes his hand out of his long coat, it's actually a human hand, not zombified or skeletal at all. He looks otherwise normal.
There is life exactly where I'm pointing. The waves bring us a second chance. A second chance.
We see far out to sea there are two white sails bobbing across the horizon, an otherwise innocent-looking ship.
Set course for life. Now!
And we cut. All right, so we cut onto a desert island. We see that there are a couple of trees in the middle of it. It's very small, less than a mile across. Two figures, our intrepid heroes, Drake and Falstaff, and Balthazar the duelist, are encamped on the beach. Their clothes ragged, looking haggard. It's clear they've been here for some time.
Oh. Well.
Tumbleweed. I always found it very interesting that there were tumbleweeds on this desert island. You know, this place is not too bad. There's nobody here to impress. There's nobody here to... Well, no offense. I would impress you maybe if we weren't here, but... I don't know.
Oh, Balthazar, you never cease to not impress me. How did we get here anyway? My God. It feels like we've been here for months and months and months, but it really was just a week ago when our ship crashed against the rocks.
We can see a little way out to sea that there's just the tiniest bit of a prow, or what might once have been a proud sailing ship, slowly disappearing minute by minute beneath the waves.
We cut back in time to when their ship met its demise, the day of.
The storm is fierce, the waters are rough, they're being tossed back and forth across the deck.
I've raised the sails, sir. They're all raised.
That is very good! Nobody panic! Nobody panic!
I'm jumping ship!
Do not do... Okay.
Off the side.
You see, Drake, and this is what happens when people panic. This is why I like to drink in storms.
Balthazar, we need more men. We can't man this ship, just you and me.
Well, our men have jumped ship.
We see the mast starts to crack.
Do not worry!
Tilts to the side, sickeningly.
It's just a schooner!
I'm trying to hold all the ropes!
If we crash, and I'm not saying we will, but if we do, it's going to be all right.
A great rock looms.
Captain, we've hit an iceberg!
An iceberg, yes!
Another iceberg!
Flash back to the present.
Are you questioning my captain capabilities?
I'm just questioning your leadership skills, which
That
does
would be
fall
the same
under
thing. That would be the
captain.
exact same thing as questioning my captaining ability.
Maybe if you would keep the morale higher on the ship, people wouldn't panic as
Do
much.
you even understand, Draken, what it is to captain a ship? You have true
Captain
morale.
a ship per se, no. But I have led many men and women in that.
Oh yes, men and women. That's so impressive to me.
Should be.
We see the two figures that creep upon our adventurers have sort of draconic-like features. Looks like they might be dragonborn, but are smeared with dust and dye, make them look very tribal and native to the island.
Timothy, can
Yes,
I do a
Draken.
passive perception check? To
A
see
passive?
if
Well, you can do an active
or
perception
an active
check,
one,
but
just
sure.
maybe. Just
You got a 6. You're pretty embroiled in this argument you're having with Balthazar.
leading men and women into battle is maybe even more noble than captaining a ship.
You can
across the
prance around the battlefield all day, but it is all different. All bets are off once you're on the water. And that's truth.
That's a 10, native. That's a 7, second native. That's a 7, Draken. 13, Balthazar. That's a natural 1, native. That's a 19, Balthazar. You slay him. Native, that's another 19. That's an 8, Draken. A natural 1, native. Balthazar, you get a 17 from behind. That's an 18 and a 14. He is defeated.
I could have sworn we scaled this island and there was no one on it.
You can see as they look in the aftermath of this small little conflict, up into the hills of this tropical island, you can just make out smoke billowing from certain amounts of trees.
You can hear drums playing.
There is blood on my captain's coat and I am unhappy. But furthermore, I hear drums. And this means to me, and you would know this with your excellent leadership capabilities, that there are more on this island.
I hear something. I hear a language.
See, through the trees in the back, an entire group of natives come rushing out.
I suggest we run right now!
What's up, Draken?
Can I do an intelligence check just to try to identify the language?
You got a 3. You've never heard this before.
I've never heard of this language.
They go running across the beach, the horde growing in strength behind them. Hundreds. Quickly!
Into the forest!
All right, I'm gonna roll stealth checks for you guys, see if you can hide. Draken, that's a 7. Balthazar, a 16. Balthazar disappears.
Come around, Balthazar!
An 8, native. The spear misses. That's an 11. You take one out, Draken. Draken, you're starting to lose them in the trees. You swing 14 across the gorge. The rest of the natives are trapped. Balthazar, that's a 5. Powers you.
Wait!
An 11, native.
Ouch! Okay, all right.
That's a 14, native.
I want to talk to them.
That's a natural 1, Balthazar. They are deaf to your pleas.
You both look like you want.
That's a natural 20. Balthazar is unconscious. Draken, you're standing on the far side of the ravine seeing this scuffle happen. What do you do?
I want to try to take one of them out with a bow
Got
and
it.
arrow.
That's a 5. A little too far. They drag Balthazar away into the trees.
We cut from this scene. We cut to later on that evening. You can see there's a big fire now that is on the mountainside, and we have Balthazar tied to a like a pole over a fire.
Yeah. You see, he's been seasoned with all kinds of powders and spices, all ready to be cooked.
Wake up. Wake up, Balthazar. Wake up.
Slap me one more time and I promise I will eat your tongue.
We see this Dragonborn is dressed in not native's clothing. It's sort of swashbuckler's gear, but old and dirty, like he too has been trapped here for a long time.
How does it feel being the one chained up now? Balthazar!
To be honest with you, it feels fairly normal, fairly familiar.
Very familiar, Balthazar.
Yes, I found myself in this position more than once.
I bet you have. I suppose you don't remember me, Balthazar.
I suppose you are angry at me because I pirated your ship or humiliated you somehow. These are just parts of the business. You see, I am a pirate.
Both of those things. You humiliated my ship and I. How dare you paint those things on the side of my ship? They're disgusting.
I do not remember you, so I don't know what I painted, but I'm pretty sure it was great.
I am Chauncey!
I warned you what would happen if you slapped me one more time.
You'll never get your hands out of those ties. I command all of these natives. I should say barbarians. These dragonborn barbarians.
Timothy,
Yes,
I would like
Balthazar.
to make a perception check to see if there's a way that I can escape. Once I do, in fact, loosen my bond.
Yes, you got it. Balthazar, you got a natural 1. You're tied up with rope. If it were manacles, you could escape, but you don't know how to get out of rope.
I can hear you writhing away at the ropes. Get him, yes. Get him. Shut! Brand him, Dingo. Brand him.
You can try. Go!
All the way up. Yes.
Oh! Oh!
Captain Church,
Trindar. Yes.
dark sails. They're on the horizon, they've returned.
They're back.
Dark sails go ship. Dark sails go ship. They want a sacrifice.
They want a sacrifice. How convenient, Balthazar. How convenient. We're going to sacrifice you, Balthazar. Yes. Untie him. Don't untie him. Get him up with the ties on.
Yes,
May
Balthazar.
I make a persuasion check, please?
Absolutely. There we go. That's a 10, Balthazar. You make some ground.
You know, if you untie me, it will be much easier to carry me. I can be dead weight, and it's much. I don't look like much, but if I go dead weight, it is very difficult to carry me.
Balthazar, what are you, 100 pounds? You're thin as a rail.
Is that what you think?
That's exactly what I think.
Well, you've been eating terrible rations on this island, whereas I have had lots of meat.
What?
Captain Church, we should hurry. The dark sails,
Dark sails go ship.
we don't want to be around. Remember what happened last time?
Dark sails go ship.
Dead men. Dead men walking.
Dead men walking.
Dead men walking.
I didn't think it was possible, but it is.
It will be much easier if you untie me.
Fine!
They're getting closer.
But you better not humiliate me again, Balthazar.
I'd like to make a bluff check, please, Timothy.
Yes. That is a 16.
I would never do a thing like that to you.
I
And we
completely
cut.
believe you.
We cut to Drake and Falstaff alone in the jungle. Yes, Draken.
Can I do a nature check to see if I can find where they were dragging?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you got another 16. You can clearly see they weren't trying to hide their trail at all. There's a clear path that leads up through the hills towards the campsite. In fact, if you look through the trees, you can see fire and smoke from where they were planning to roast your companion.
Perfect. I found the spot. What was that? Timothy, can I do a stealth check?
Absolutely. 14, you managed to duck into the brush. We see a small landing group of undead pirates. Again, the same from before, tattered clothing, like horrible, haggard faces, come trudging through the jungle.
My God, they're undead. What are they doing on this island?
Yes, Draken.
Can I do like a perception check to see if one of them has like I don't know, some kind of information?
Okay.
Maybe like a note or something?
You got a 7. You can't really tell if they have any. They have no distinguishing markings. They just look like rotting corpses walking around. You've been spotted, Drake. That's a 9, zombie. You can't keep your hold on him. 6, Draken. 13, Draken. Defeat the undead. That's a 6, Draken. He gets to you. That's a 16, Draken. Slash through him. And one left. A 12, Draken. You behead him. Stand around a circle of rotting bodies.
I smell trouble on this desert island.
Off in the distance, past the shores and over a few high billowing waves, he can just make out the shadow of a black and gray ship.
Black and gray ship. That's the Black Mask ship. The legend goes it circles around the island looking for flesh. It's Captain Yurkon. He's seeking immortality. This island must be next.
You see more and more undead pirates. Oh, that's a 13. No matter how many Draken slays, more and more keep coming. The entire ship is emptied as they march up the hill towards the campsite.
Can I do a stealth check to try to blend in with them?
Yes,
as they
absolutely.
enter?
A 12, yeah, you managed to match their gait.
You can see in behind Draken comes the captain of the ghost ship.
Captain Yurkon.
Yurkon.
That's right, my boys. Keep walking.
And we cut up back onto the campsite, where we see that Balthazar has been freed and is still surrounded by the Dragonborn natives.
Captain.
Yes.
Captain Church.
Yes.
He'll be here any moment. I suggest we leave him and we go to the cave where it is safe.
And let him join them?
Join him? You remember what happened last time?
Yes, Balthazar.
Like to make a persuasion check?
You bet. Yeah, that's an 11.
That sounds like a very sound plan. If you let me go, the dead take me, what do you have to worry about? What could possibly go wrong?
Black Sails Ghost Ship.
Black Sails Ghost Ship. That is correct.
Black Sails Ghost Ship.
Yes.
Ghost Ship,
Black
Dead Man
Sails
Walking.
Yes. Dead Man Walking. Black Sails Ghost Ship. Balthazar, the duelist. Just think, he could challenge their
Closer.
he could challenge their captain to a duel, and then become their captain, and then lead their undead towards our undead barbarians and undead barbarians, which would make them alive barbarians, and take us over. Would you like that? Living for years in peace and harmony.
Timothy?
Yes,
I'd
Balthazar.
like to make a stealth check to try and sneak away from them while they're in
Yes.
conflict.
Aha, that is a 10.
For years of peace and harmony. Black Sails Ghost Ship! Black Sails Ghost Ship! He's right!
Ghost Ship. Black Sails Ghost Ship.
Ghost Ship, Black Sails, Dead Man Walking Ship.
Fine. Balthazar.
He's disappeared. He turned into a ghost.
Give me your pinky. Give me your pinky right now. Give me your pinky finger.
Which one?
Don't do his pinky finger. I just want to see it. I want to put a ring on it.
Don't do it.
A ring of a knife. Yes. let Balthazar the duelist go!
We see the undead come up the hill. Draken hidden among their ranks.
That's right, my boys. Follow the flame. You. Yes, you linger. You, my friend, linger for one of two reasons. Either you're brave enough to face the black sail heathens, or you're dumb enough to die where you stand.
Let me guess. You're the captain of Black Sail's ghost ship.
Yes, and now you're one of the crewmen.
You see, as he gets stabbed, his body starts to necrofy, and he slowly becomes an undead minion of Captain Yurkon.
Your first task, my new crewmate, is swabbing the ghost poop deck.
I need a broom, sir.
Onward, my dead boys.
We see the undead start to march back down the hill, leaving Draken behind. Does he follow?
My God. Oh my God.
I thought maybe
Balthazar.
I thought maybe you would attack me if I started you, but you didn't. Thank you.
I almost did.
Thank you, my friend, for not. Perhaps you have better leadership skills than I. Oh. Yes.
Good to see you, friend.
Yes. Very good indeed to see you. I've possibly thought of a solution to our little predicament.
There is a ship down by the bay.
Yes. Oh, so you get it. You get where I'm going. We take it.
We take it. We go.
Piracy. I'm a pirate.
I
You
can
are not,
be for
but I
now.
can-
It's fine.
I can teach you how to be a pirate.
And I will teach you how to lead.
I did not need help. Doesn't have to be. But I will need your help in taking down the undead. Let us away.
We cut to the undead legion marching through the jungle. We see instead of heading towards their ship, they're heading towards some sort of dark building that neither of the two Maroons had seen. It almost looks like a crumbled old church of some kind, maybe a chapel, if you will, hidden in the trees. You see that Captain Church is now among them with his broom. The giant stone door rolls away with a grind, but a ghostly wind breathes out through the open aperture.
Yes.
Yes.
My friends, me hearties, are you aware of the holiest of marriages? No. It is not between man and woman, nor is it between man and man, nor is it between woman and woman, or anything in between.
As he's talking and walking in, we see the camera flips, and we're walking now into the church.
It's completely destroyed. There's vines growing up over all of the walls. It's utterly decrepit. It looks like there's nothing of value in here at all.
No, my friends. The holiest of marriages is the marriage between human and spirit. You stand in the chapel of misery. All marriages that have been attempted in this sacred place have either ended in death or death. But here, I've been here before. I've made mistakes.
We start to see what the chapel looked like in Captain Yarkon's memory. We see stained glass windows. We see bright lights back when this island was colonized and habitable. We see happy people coming for a wedding. It's this long flashback sequence.
Flowers.
We see a young Captain Yarkon dressed in a doublet, ready to be married, very anxious.
I'm ready.
before you marry my daughter, I want you to know how proud I am of you. You've been recently appointed captain. Your character is that of an outstanding man. I'm proud to call you my son.
Lord Lupli, I thank you. You are the noblest man I've ever met. You are afraid of no creature, nor no tempest, storm. And your daughter is twice as brave as you are. And I mean that. I mean what I said.
Yeah, go take your place down there and I will walk my daughter to you.
Yes. Yes, Lord Lupli.
I'm ready to wed.
Broomrilda. This way.
Grandpa.
We see as they approach the altar that some of the guests sitting around start to make strange groaning sounds, unnatural noises. They start to rise up out of their benches.
My darling Brunhilde, you look as beautiful today as the day that I first saw you running through that field of daisies with 2 battle axes upon your back. Would you give me this moment to be the luckiest, proudest, and strongest man in this realm? This is the ring that my father was given by his grandfather. It skipped his father and went over his other father. But this is the ring of all naval passagemen.
I see the guests are starting to shamble out of the pews and head towards them, but the 2 lovers are so enraptured they don't even begin to notice.
I can't wait to take a ride on your ship. A maiden voyage.
Indeed.
And I'll be your co-captainess.
Yes, you will.
Bite my flower stem.
As is your tradition.
As is the tradition. Spit it out into my face.
No!
Get her out!
I'm being bitten! I love you! I love you! I love you!
And we see the modern Captain Yarkon.
It is in this very place I shall entwine my soul with the dead spirits that haunt this building and reclaim my hollowed heart to beat again.
We see that his face looks almost normal except for 3 scratch marks, the nails of Brumwelda scratched upon his face forever.
Now, we only need 2 human witnesses. We should have left those other 2 that we killed and made join our crew. But I'm pretty sure we can find 2 humans. Yes, I am. Go, my boys. Find Drake and Falstaff. And find Balthazar the duelist. That false captain.
We cut to the beach where we can see far off, anchored, is the black ship, the ghost ship Black Sails.
I think if we run fast enough, we can get there before they get wise to our plan.
I agree. Is it getting colder?
Well, yes, but it's late at night.
That's true.
There's a certain degree of that is normal.
You see that they reach the water and start splashing in, splashing up around their ankles. But there is something sinister moving in the water around them. Drake can feel something slither past him.
I felt something in the water!
Just swim past that.
All right, that's gonna be athletics checks for you guys to see how well you can swim. It's 11-4. Out 2 11s. You guys are all right. Cutting through the surf, the waves are crashing in.
I must warn you, I do get tired rather easily, so I might have to grab onto you for support and have you carry me the rest of the way.
What?
Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but I'm just saying.
Something grabs Draken
We might need...
by the ankle.
Wait a minute. Balthazar.
Huh?
Balthazar, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Something's got me. No!
To drag him under the water. Balthazar, that's an athletics. Oh, natural 20. You yank him out of the creature's grasp.
Swim, damn it! Okay.
Almost to the boat. Very close. It comes for Balthazar. That's a 19, monster. You see 2 giant crab claws grab Balthazar. Yeah, it's a 14, Balthazar. You stab it.
Sheathing my rapier in the water is very difficult.
You see, as you guys lay hands on
This
the
is a very big one!
a giant crab
This one is
monster.
very tall! Timothy, you'd like to make a perception check for like a rock or something.
3. You don't see anything in the area. Just the ship in front of you.
It's too dark. Make for the ship. Wait! Timothy.
Yes, Balthazar.
I'd like to roll acrobatics to vault my way up this creature.
Absolutely. That's a 19. It's just daring feat of acrobatics. He goes scaling up the creature's crustaceous hide and leaps onto the ship.
Oh no!
Leaving Drake in the water still.
Don't worry, I will just swim to the ship.
And with an 18, he does so. It's not flashy, but it gets the job done.
I don't know how it did this.
How did this? It's on the ship!
Look,
It's on the ship!
That's right.
That's a 5, Drake, and your arrow blunts against its hide.
Oh no.
That's a 6. Same thing, Balthazar. You can't pierce its armor. It's an 8, Draken.
Be careful.
The crab gets a 2 against Drake, and he dodges out of the way. Balthazar, that's a 14. Right through one of the eyes. He just starts to wobble.
I'd like to make another acrobatic.
Yeah, you bet you do. That's a natural 20. Some insane backflip. Woo! And you guys are standing on the deck of the ghost ship.
Yeah.
Off peering upon some ledge way up is Captain Yarkon.
Yarkon, yes.
Who can sense that his ship has been stepped upon by human feet. My men.
Timothy, do I notice this with a perception?
An 8. No, you just are happy to be alive.
We made it for sure. Nobody's wise to us.
My men, do not move. Those fools think they just secured their escape from this island. But little do they know, if they don't jump off that ship soon enough, they will be that ship's captives, and we shall be free. They just walked into their own doom.
Ready to sail.
Okay, I think I remember.
You can see as they're setting up the ship that their limbs start to feel weird, and all their fingers start to turn white.
All right, I'm going to roll some saves against this effect. Balthazar, you get a 15. You manage to resist. Draken, you get a 4. The zombifying effect is affecting Draken much more than it's affecting Balthazar.
Draken, my friend, I feel slightly like I do when I'm drunk, but I'm certain I have not had any alcohol. What did you have?
Balthazar, my skin. I'm becoming rigid, I can't.
Wait.
He's turning deathly pale in the face.
Timothy, I'd like to make a history check.
History, okay. An 18, yes, you have encountered your fair share of ghost pirates.
I know what this is. You are beginning to necrify. We do not have much time. This is a cursed ship.
Oh, we must get off.
I should have known this was a cursed ship by its name and all of that, but I thought by fortune or chance.
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
It does.
Black mask.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
That's cursed. It's
It's
gotta be
definitely
cursed
cursed.
every
That's
time.
a cursed name every
time it's cursed.
Back on the ledge, a mile and a half away. It's happening. My hands, the flesh are returning to my hands.
Mine too.
And we see all the undead crew are slowly turning human again.
I think.
Is there
Yes.
a dinghy or something?
Dinghy, yes. But if we destroy this ship, and I know that sounds counterintuitive to our original plan, but if we destroy this ship,
Maybe we'll destroy the curse.
that's right.
quickly.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right. There is gunpowder. Give me your flint.
All right, I'm gonna roll another save for Draken to see if he can resist it. Ah, I got a natural 20. Draken, how do you stave this off?
I just think about my love back home. And I remember I must see her one more time before I perish from this world.
We see an image of his love in a chapel far away in the kingdom of Brenton, awaiting him.
Right over there.
Right there. That's where we see it.
Roselda.
We're so close. We're so close. Those fools.
We see as Draken recalls his love that the flesh of the undead crew starts to turn back into skeletal bones.
No!
Necrosis.
No! On the airship! We were so close!
It's lit. We're gonna want to get off this boat.
All right, you guys need to make some checks to escape before this thing explodes.
I'd like to roll acrobatics.
Acrobatics makes sense.
Get a rope and get the hell off of here.
All right. Balthazar, oh, that's 2 9s. So as you guys are running, it starts to explode behind you. Boom, boom, boom. You're thrown clear and tossed into the water.
Well, I may be turning back into a skeleton, but at least worst case scenario, my ship wasn't explode. No!
The fire on the ocean. We cut to Draken and Balthazar as they're washed ashore, heavily wounded, the tide lapping at them.
Tumbleweed.
Beach tumbleweed. This is not the time, I understand. But I just want to point out that there are tumbleweeds and icebergs in the same place. I just want to mention that that's bizarre. And if we never speak to each other again, my friend, I wanted to talk about something that wasn't exploding ships or
Ghost pirates or
right.
giant mud crabs.
And as they're standing there talking, you see up on the ledge where the captain was standing before, there now is a ghost captain. And alongside him is his ghost bride.
I was too cruel to you before, my friend. You are a good leader. I am a prideful man, and I do not like to admit that there may be other people who are better than me at leading.
Thank you, Balthazar. I must tell you that I look up to you every day in your leadership skills.
What about my pirate skills?
That's the part of you I try to stay away from, to be honest.
That is smart of you.
They gaze out across the blank, empty ocean.
Make a perception check.
Absolutely. Hey, that's a 12.
Are there any, is this presence completely gone? Are there any ghosts left?
You can't see any ghosts, but you do see something tiny far away just appear. 2 white sails.
Oh! There you go, that's it! Perfect. That's it, let's light the fire and we'll signal them and it will be fine. I'll do the talking, I'll let them know that everything's okay and we're just merchants. It'll be fine.
I can call a bird to go to them too.
Yes, do that.
Timothy, can I do a nature check to call a bird?
You get a 2. No birds around. And that concludes Chapel of Misery. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Yes.
Emily on deck! Thank you so much. That was spectacular. We were keeping track of all the amazing comments and chat about you guys. You'll read those later. So where can everybody find you all?
Under the
Online?
bridge near. No.
Tonga and fine.
Yeah, so first off, XP web series. Tell me about
yeah,
that.
sure. So if you guys like this, you should check out a new web series coming out on Sunday. XP web series all over Twitter. Go check it out.
And some of these folks are actually going to appear on my channel on Sunday, twitch.tv/EricIshi. We're going to chat about about XP web
It'd
series.
be awesome. It's me, Matt, Cody, and some other faces you might recognize.
You can also find us on Facebook under Bearded Men West. We perform every Saturday at a theater in Los Feliz called Impro Studio every Saturday night at 10. Actually, tomorrow night live, you can come see us doing this in person.
Come see it.
You can smell the sweat.
It's so great in person, and everybody in the crowd is just like cheering and hollering and groaning. It's so great. Thank you all so much. If you like them, please tweet at Geek and Sundry. Let us know. Maybe they can come back. Who knows? But stay tuned. We're going to be doing some Just Dance and maybe some Rock Band. Thanks, everybody.